let's be honest with ourselves. If you've ever asked the question, who's really trying to take over the world? Is it cats or dogs? I think it's fairly unanimous what that decision will actually be if we put it to a poll. However, you'd all be wrong, because the correct answer is both. So, where am I going with this? Oh yes, something about Gintama, because it's Gintama, of course it is. Now I can pretty much guarantee where this story is going to end up, because it started out with the fact that both the dog in question and the owner are quite elderly. So, wrap yourself up nice and warm, strap on your crying blankets, and let's get going. Gintama being a normal show for once and actually showing the opening at the beginning. What has the world come to? If Sadaharu doesn't play a part in this arc, I'm gonna be distraught. And have we seen that Kentucky's sword has homing capabilities? And much like the idol, Otsu, having her album put on the back burner, it delays slightly because of the actions of Kentucky taking down the helicopter and breaking the fingers of, can't remember his name, but the musician samurai guy. How many more actions in the future are going to have repercussions? And we know that Katsura did this for less than altruistic reasons. That's what they want, yep. So none of them have had great lives. Well, apart from the dog, maybe he actually had a home. And what is Kagura thinking at this point? She has quite a good... Well, we already know she has quite a good arm strength, but... There's quite a few cat anuses that I wish I didn't see. The fact that Sadaharu just walking makes the watering glasses shake like in Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think you need actual descriptors if you want them to actually understand. She deals with the public, she's probably seen quite a few weirdos. How fortuitous to just overhear this conversation. Kentucky? Why did you bring that along? There's not enough room for you for Capture to get on as well, but it's training. You keep up with the moped. Suzanne. Well, I guess they're gonna have to react now. Keep up the good work, Suzanne. Yeah. What else could I expect? Oh, how could you see that? Hmm. But for reasons beyond just having 5 candles, I'm not sure why that is a measurement. Sakai's safe would be about out of reach for most household pets. The same way it's possible that she managed to physically bring the candle to life. Kagura can do anything that she wants. She knows that she's a... You shouldn't have brought up the candles, should you? And she knows she's the character, so yeah. And if only you had not revealed yourself, they would have just brought you straight to him. But there was... He was with you for what, 18 years? Well, it depends. Is the old man actually an old man? But what was it really? That's not very nice. Mm. Are we just getting this is the side of the story about him from the one who wants to take over the world, so is not going to put him in a good light, or is there more to all of this? Because of him? Okay. It's kind of a strange line of thinking, but I can understand it. He's seen the pain that seeing people die gives, so he doesn't want anyone around him to have that for him. The Japanese way of not causing issues for those around you lives strong in that one. What a competition. Okay. It's nice to have a competitive spirit, but sometimes people do need a reason to just live on, even if it is fundamentally kind of stupid. Is that how he really feels, or is it not the same thinking that the old man has? That is he actually just a corpse at this point? But this sheer sense of will to not die keeps him going. That's scary. I'd like to wish I had that kind of will to live. Does the old man know that the dog can talk? There's a massive cat. How? What? They can force creatures to evolve, so that's probably what they did. After hearing the speech, she couldn't leave things be. Is it a. I'm not sure what to call it, but when characters' eyes go completely white and lose their pupils and irises, just a force of a show of determination. Why change a habit of a lifetime? That's probably actually going to be the ending, Kagura. I wonder if they're also like cats. They'll be distracted by a red laser light or something. Some catnip, tuna, bit of string. Have you seen her? They're doing something. It might not be really working, but yeah, still doing something. Parasite Omega. Okay. Are they going to this extreme just to get rid of the Devourer? I'm expecting a massive punchline. What's it going to be? Come on. Suzanne is really pulling her weight, isn't she? Blah! Fucking Katsura. Why is he enjoying this situation so much? He's forcing it. If you could see your remaining life force like that, that would actually be quite scary. But at the same point, can't let him go that easily. I mean, in their own way, it's a show of how much they care for each other. Now we were getting into the reasoning for the words, etc. At least his way of thinking only went enough to tell him to die rather than doing anything weird. But his sense of morals is that he doesn't want to cause harm to anyone, especially emotionally. Well, only emotionally. When things are looking darkest, you actually realize what is truly important to you. So, I guess. Hmm. I wonder if his wife behind him is listening to this. Truly, he is carrying the most burden there by having this way of thinking. Did it really need to coincide this with a sunset? do you really need to symbolize it further? Of course, you can't let us have a moment to take in everything that's going on. You have to intersperse it with this. Come on, Suzanne, save the day. Oh, you don't have any digits to actually work a gun. Oh no. Are you going to be able to claim insurance on that? But at the same point, they both don't want to cause the upset that it would be for having an old friend die on you. Even if it only started off as trying to overthrow the planet, but still. And once again, going back to his talk about it earlier, even with crumbling bodies and fighting through the pain, they'd still run together. It's the try. Oh, it looks like you won out. Who would have thought it, eh? Another Gintama storyline that is so provoking. And it's easily just because we all have experienced that kind of thing. If you've ever kept a pet, usually they don't have the same lifespan as humans. And for Kagura to commemorate their fight with the flowers in the same place, it does seem as though Kagura has a lot of storylines that are just pushing emotion, aren't they? And they can be really simple, like her playing with the umbrella. I actually understand the old man's thinking there. He doesn't want people to cry for him because he's done it over and over again. But being the last one there is just as painful. having people mourn for you just shows that how much you really meant when you were alive. And that is just part of the melancholic existence that is life. And in an odd way, there is beauty in death. And it's really not a secret, is it? If you want to, if you really want to reach me with an emotional story, it's much easier if you do it with an animal than with a person. I don't know why, but even if that animal could speak and was intending to overthrow the world, the B plot storyline with the cats wanting to fight the dog and take over the world or save the world or whatever, was that only really brought in to soften the impact of what this could have done? Although the story never actually caught up with the fact that the sons lost the old man, both literally and literally. Lost in both meanings of the term. But let's not forget that we have probably the best, hopefully reoccurring character. The saviour of Earth itself. Omega Suzanne. Imagine you're a being of unimaginable power who has to use the bodies of those already on a planet, and you come together with a lot of latex and plastic. And air. Well, it looks like Katsu's family is slowly growing, which we can always just root for. If this story hit you emotionally, then please let me know down below. Maybe even like the video. Unfortunately, we might have to end this week with that one. But it would give you a nice bit of recovery before the next. If you want to make sure not to miss it, subscribe to the channel, maybe turn on notifications. Get some rest. You can't stop now, not before I do. See you in the next one. I don't really have anything to say here because I'm still recuperating from the absolute heartbreak that I experienced. So I just want to share my appreciation to Sal, Raywin, HTR, Dynamite1997, Aisharem, Shiwen, ASD, Stinsfire and everyone else, because when hard times present themselves, your support can be the lifeline I need. That's all I have to say. Thank you.